An educational video by Patanjali Rishikul Prayagraj, Class 4th, Subject EVS 1, Topic India and the Northern Mountains.
The Northern Mountains is totally divided into two major portions. The first portion where India and its political and physical division is being talked about. The other portion is the Northern Mountains. Let's see. The first portion talks about India's political and physical division. This portion talks about India, whereby India's political division and India's physical division is being talked about. India's political division states that India is a country that has a union of 29 states and 9 union territories, with Rajasthan being the largest state and Goa being the smallest. India being a parliamentary form of government where its capital is located in New Delhi. A parliamentary form of government where we have state government as well as central government. The state government takes control of the state, whereas the central government takes control of the country as a whole. The state government has got a governor, chief minister, and his other ministers, whereas the central government has prime minister, president, and other ministers into it. And now let's talk about the second portion. Let's talk about the India's physical division. India's physical division is basically the geographical features of the country that makes India a much more beautiful place to live. India, on the basis of its physical division, has been broadly categorized into 6 major categories. To get to know what are those categories, let's have a look at it. The 6 major divisions are the Northern Mountains, the Indo-Gangetic Plains, the Peninsula Plateau, the Great Indian Desert, the Coastal Plains, and the Islands. And now, let's have a look at the other remaining portion of the chapter. The other remaining portion of the chapter talks about the Northern Mountain. Northern Mountain, which has been broadly categorized into 3 major types. The 3 major types are the Greater Himalayas, the Middle Himalayas, and the Lower Himalayas. The Greater Himalayas, which is also known as the Himadri Range, the Middle Himalayas, which is also known as the Himachal Range, and the Lower Himalayas, which is also known as the Shivalik Range. Himadri Range being the highest range of Himalayas with an average height of approximately 6,000 meters. Its 2 highest peaks are Kanchenjunga and Annapurna. Cultivation and human habitation are not possible in this region because it is extremely cold, and many rivers originate from this region since enormous masses of ice known as glaciers are found here. The Middle Himalayas or the Himachal is not as high as Himadris, but it is spread over a width of 64 to 80 kilometers with an average altitude or height of 3,000 meters. And the climate here in this range is suitable for both the cultivation as well as human habitation. In fact, one of the most beautiful valleys and hill stations of the country, such as Kashmir, Kullu and Kangra valleys, which are popular tourist destinations such as Darjeeling, Almora, Mussoorie and Nainital, are located in this region. Even the coniferous forest of Chir, Deodar, pine, oak and Mongolia are found in this altitude between 16,000 to 2,124 meters. The Lower Himalayas, also known as the Shivalik Range, is the lowest range of Himalayas. A terai region exists in this Shivalik Range, which is a flat, marshy land where rice, wheat and sugarcane can grow in abundance.
terrace farming as well as cattle rearing are very common in this range. And the last but not the least, let's talk about the importance of Himalayas. Point number 1. Himalayas act as a natural barrier between India and its neighbors to the north. Point number 2. They prevent cold winds from the north from entering India. Point number 3. They prevent the rain-bearing monsoon winds from leaving India, resulting in heavy rainfall in the northern part of the country. Point number 4. Many important rivers that drain North India have their origin in the Himalayas. Point number 5. The forests of Himalayas are the natural habitat of several wild animals. They are also a rich source of several forest products such as wood, honey, medicinal plants, and rains. Point number 6. Hill stations located in Himalayan ranges are important tourist attractions. So this is what India and the Northern Mountains was all about. It was a revisional video. I hope it reminded you of all the important points that were there in the chapter. Children, keep on learning, keep on praying, keep on staying safe, and let's hope that things around us keep changing. Stay home, stay safe.